Okay, all right. Hi, thanks for coming to Twisted Granny Tarot's Scorpio prediction for the month of September. I hope it works out to be good for you because it's working out good for a lot of other people. And you know, water signs are being particularly blessed right now. So I hope you're experiencing the same type of entertainment. Okay, all right. This is the channel that uses a horoscope as a pattern, a horoscope. If you've got your chart done, your astrology chart done, it would look like a circle with 12 slices of a pie in there. See all these little triangles? They're labeled with a topic. Fourth house is your home. Fifth house is work. Seventh house is marriage partnerships and business partnerships. So you see, we can cover those 3 topics and all other 9 ones in the time it takes to cover one topic with a Celtic cross. So how about that? So now, this is a little trivia for the people who study ancient mythology. Okay, all right. So what we got here is on September 30th. Oh, my friend Link publishes these every year, and he looks up stumbles upon various tidbits of information, and he puts them in here. So on September 30th, here's an interesting one. The Mediterranelia Festival to honor the goddess Mediterrana, who presided over medicines and the heart and the arts of healing. Imagine a woman being a doctor. Imagine that. Mediterranelia Festival to honor the goddess Mediterrana, who presides over medicines and the arts of healing. Also on September 30th is the Greek festival Epitaphia to honor slain warriors. So epitaph must come from this word epitaphia. And Greek feast of Epitaphia to honor slain warriors. Well, they have a feast to honor slain warriors. Thank goodness. I mean, it's sort of weird, but we wouldn't call it a feast. We'd call it I don't know what we call it. A holiday. Okay, so what we're going to do is I shoveled and I cut, and I'm going to lay the cards down in a 12-card circle. Now, I may add additional cards if I need more information, and I'll explain that as I go along if that happens. Okay, so your first house, according to this chart over here, is about what's on your mind. It's the Ace of Cups. Well, I think you're feeling kind of mushy. You're feeling kind of sentimental. You're feeling kind of, well, you know, we're getting to the end of summer. So you might be reflecting back on all the good times you had this summer. Okay, second house is your home. Is your money. Okay, this is one of my favorite decks, but the cards are kind of small-ish when compared to other decks. This is the Hanson Roberts deck. The art is very pretty on it. This is the Four of Pentacles. And what's this guy doing? Hanging on to his money just as tight as he can. Now, it could be a card about somebody who has a goal in mind and he's collecting the savings for it. Or it could be somebody who's flat broke and he's got to hold down every darn dime. So I'm much more familiar with poverty than I am with extra money. So I'm going to say, if you're feeling a little neglected in the financial department, I'm sorry. Okay. Third house is your communication. Honey Bunch, are you talking about moving? What are you doing here? Are you going on vacation? This guy is in a boat. And actually, this boat in the original art is taking people across the river Styx to heaven or to whatever's on the other side of River Styx. I'm sorry, I don't know. But it has to do with a person who's dying. They're going to die and they're going to bury him on the other side of the Styx River. So what is going on in your house of communication? Are you talking about leaving town? Are you talking about going on vacation? Are you just like tired of a whole bunch of people and you want to leave? Because that could be it too. Okay? All right. So you decide. Fourth house is your home. Oh my gosh, we got a happy home though. You had a good summer this summer. You had a good vacation. People are happy. Yay. So Scorpio, you're happy about the summer. Maybe you're being hit with summertime bills. With all that fun you had, got to pay your credit card. And this is a traveler, meaning, are you talking about traveling? Are you talking about leaving home? Are you so, because this is your house of communication, are you so mad at somebody you just want to leave town? Okay. Number 4, but you're happy at your house, according to this, because this is the happy family card. It's also like a generational card, because here's mom and dad, here are the kids, there's the family castle in the background. So happy times. 5th house is work and health. No. 5th house is romance and creativity. Why do we have this guy here? Okay, this guy is a 5 of swords. Just in general, swords are kind of tricky. They're kind of heavy hitters because they bring up situations that are painful or insulting or something along those lines. They're not always pleasant conversations. And actually, this guy has been in a battle, and he has come back to the battlefield to collect the weapons of the enemy so he can take them back to his fort and use them against other enemies or the same enemy. That's what this fellow's doing. So tell me, sweetie pie. Oh, so okay, if you're happily cohabiting with somebody now, then you're really aggravated with yourself about accepting a behavior that's less than stellar out of your previous romances. Because he's in this, if it's about romance, which it should be about romance, and if it's a woman we're talking to out there, your ex-boyfriend came back to your house, well, not necessarily, metaphorically, came back into your lives together and decided what he did wrong, and he took him back with him so he can change those habits. He could also use them against you if you ever run into him again, but I suggest you don't do that. Okay, now Scorpio, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6th house of work and health. Oh, baby. You sad? Are you sad about your job, or are you sad about a health situation you have? Because this is a 9 of swords, and you are worrying yourself to death over a situation at work or a situation with your health. And when it comes to work, all this department has to do is to, wait a minute. Oh, it's just mundane topics at work. Check off that you did this job. Check off that you did that job. It's regular routine behaviors at work, regular. The other part of that is health. Well, how do you take care of your health? Do you take care of your health as well as you take care of your job and your customers at your job? Because neglecting your health can work into serious problems. So if you have a serious problem, do your best to comply. And remember, they can't kill you if you refuse to die. Okay? 7th house, work and health. Well, now, Scorpio, what's going on here? We went from 2 great cards, and now we're going like downhill. Well, this is a 7 of rods, and this fella is in a battle, in an argument with people that are down below him. So he's like standing on the levee, and these guys are down below near the water. And this fella on top is likely to win the argument because he's on top and they're down there. So it's easier to knock them down than to roll backwards. So what is it about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 marriage partnerships? Are you trying to save your marriage? Are you trying to find ways for y'all to be happy together and minimize disagreements? Are you doing that? Because that could be it too. What's that John Prine song? Stop hollering at me. Stop hollering at me. Okay, that kind of job. Okay, 8. 8th house is money from other people. Money from other people means income tax checks. That's money from the government. You paid into it, but it's money you get back. So it's unearned income and falls in this category. And insurance checks, like you wrecked your car and you're waiting for this check so you can get your car fixed. Inheritance checks. Now, sometimes we're not aware of when we may be bestowed with an income or an inheritance check. So this card might indicate that you may be looking for one, because what this fella is doing is he's holding out the lantern. Where's my money? Basically, who's going to send me the money? It could be a lawsuit. It could be insurance. It could be an inheritance check. So I'm thinking of any of those categories, at least one of those is coming your way. And the most likely one is an inheritance check, because there's no way for us to figure out a deadline of when that's coming. Or it could be a lawsuit check, because lawsuits take forever to pay out. And this person, you might have a lawsuit that is taking its time crawling through the courthouse system, and you're ready for this whole ordeal to be over. You're ready for it, but nobody can tell when it's going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, ninth house is, oh, isn't this nice? Philosophy, religion, higher education, and long distance travel. Okay? And these girls are happy here. So this is your ninth house. It means that at some point, you might be planning a trip even today, because this is more like a closer, in other words, how shall I say this? I don't think you're planning a trip for a year from now. I think you're planning a trip for the fall and maybe Christmas. And because you're looking forward to joyful times with people you like. So I think it's that close. I don't think it's that far away. Okay? So enjoy your trip. Okay, now we got the 10th house. Oh, yeah. Look at here. Kids, look at this. In the 10th house governs your career. What do we have here? In the 10th house of your career? The world. So this career is very important to you, because it allows you the respect and consideration that you get from good performance. And it has, you're really talented for whatever it is you're doing, and you're shining, shine. I'm not surprised a Scorpio would do that, can do that. Because they just can. They've set their minds to it. So good luck on that. And you know what? It's reflecting well on your marriage too, or excuse me, on your home life. Because just in general, we think a successful career has to do with money. And so you could take, theoretically, if it's true that your successful career does offer you a respectable income, then you're going to spend it on the people you love. Right? Okay, that's 11th house. Oh, yeah. 11th house is, let me think about this. Oh, long-term plans in an astrology chart. Long-term plans. It's also friends from previous employers. Now, I don't know how come they go together. I just don't understand it. But along to where are we at? 11th, social life, also friends and goals. So goals in this case is long-term plans. Friends from previous employers, and your social life. So what do we got here, baby doll? This is a death card. That means something is over. So, sweetie pie, what did you like break up with a whole group of friends, or did you have to drop a social activity because it was just too many things for you to do, and you can't do all of them? So it might, and of course, the death card is an ending of something. So I'm going to say it's an ending of your ability to socialize the way you want to. Maybe you had all summer to have a good summer, but now, the world is changing a little bit. Oh, probably lots of laws are changing. So you have to get prepared for that. So try not to feel too bad about this, because it can change in a couple of months. And you don't have to, if it's got to do with giving up a social group, maybe you can return to it at some point in the future. Or maybe you could pick a different social group, whatever your little heart desires. So it's just going to be suspended for the moment. And you know what? This is the time of year when people get busy. So well, by the end of like after July 4th, the Halloween stuff went up in the stores. So we're well entrenched in Halloween um, in the retail world so far. And so, but then that's going to end and something else will start. All righty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12th house. Wow. It's what you think about when you go to sleep at night. And according to this, you sort of let your, it's not the fact that you let your imagination run wild. That's not it exactly. But when you go to sleep at night, you tend not to worry. You tend not to pick yourself apart over a meeting that was held that day that you didn't feel good about. It's so what this tells me today is that you don't dwell on disappointments. You look forward to new opportunities because that's what this person is doing. In the original art, it's a person who is, well, he's on a walk. That's all they say about it. He's on a walk and he's got his hobo bag and he's carrying a flower. And if you saw this part of the picture where his legs are, you would see that he's about ready to step off a cliff. Uh-huh. So be careful where, look before you leap. If you get a wild idea and you want to try it out, make sure you try it out in private, close to home, and one tiny little step for yourself, and then you can do the step for mankind, okay? One step at a time. Okay, now what cover? All righty, though. All right, now this is a card that I use to get a general perspective on your general life in general. What this card is, you're doing a lot of things right, really, because these two cards, you wake up in the morning and you feel good and you love yourself. And when you go to sleep at night, you go to sleep with good thoughts on your mind. I think the good thoughts that you go to sleep with help you wake up in a good mood the next day. I wish I could do that. Okay, so this is step 5 of cups. Now what's going on in this card is a person here originally had 5 full cups. Well, everybody would rather have 5 full cups than just 2 full cups. So somehow or another, a boo-boo has been made, and these 3 cups turned over and the contents were dispersed. Well, this person feels really bad about that. And where is he directing his attention? To the 2 that he still has left? Or to the 3 down here that are spilled over? So in this case, this person, who is still you, is having some distress or disappointment in a situation that didn't go the way you wanted it to. And what the upshot of that is, you, according to this card, you might spend a little too much time thinking about that disappointment, because thoughts are things. And what you think about, you bring about. So if you think about mistakes, hey, you talk about it to yourself, that's what God will send you. If you think about good things that you still have left, concentrate on that, because they'll send you more good things. And I'm talking about people on, well, your spirit guides, your ancestors that have passed on before you, that will of course have an interest in you because you're part of their family unit. You were part of their flesh and blood when they were on this planet in this life. So they still love you and they still want to watch over you. So if you ask them for more, they'll give it to you. And if you even mention it, your people on the other side will think you want more of this. Or the universe just gives you more of this, if that's what you talk about all the time. See, I'm sorry, I'm covering that up. So the 3 down cups, don't think about them. 2 full cups, you think about them. You'll get more, because you can replace these. Buy some more cups. Okay? All right. Have you got all that? I hope you're happy, because things are actually pretty good. You got a great card in your home house. You got a great card in your career house. You got a great card in your first house. People love you. And some of these things that you're aware of need to be sprinkled with a little sugar maybe. And I'm sure you can do that. All right. Thanks for stopping by, Twisted Granny Tarot. I appreciate it. Love you, mean it. Take care. Bye.